Well, good morning and welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Steve Van Meter, your senior minister, and it is my pleasure and honor to welcome you here this morning. And we're going to go ahead and recite our vision mission statement, which says that at the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living, we are an open, loving, spiritual community dedicated to evolving consciousness through teaching spiritual principles. It's a whole new world being live in the sanctuary and live on Facebook and live on Zoom. And I know that some people are still having challenges getting in, but just try rebooting, call a friend. Well, the theme for June is Pulled by Vision. Pulled by Vision. And today my talk title is Pushed by Pain, Pulled by Love. Dr. Michael Beckwith said, "We are pushed by pain until we are pulled by our vision." And I equate the vision to the love. Our vision is the things we want to be, do, and have in our life. Those are the things we love, that we gravitate to. You know, how many times in life has something happened that was painful to us? And we felt that we were kind of forced through it, that we really didn't have a choice if we wanted to do it or not. This is what was happening in life, and we had to figure it out. We have all been pushed and pulled and stretched. Ram Dass in How Can I Help says, as we play at the edge of our pain, gently opening, acknowledging and allowing the suffering it has caused begins to diminish. If we further dissolve the boundary, letting ourselves enter into the pain and the pain into us, we can see the possibility of going beyond it to where the heart is freer. We've never been so vulnerable, so defenseless, and yet somehow so safe. The surrender we are so frightened of turns out to be not defeat, but a kind of victory. Again, that was Ram Dass in How Can I Help? And Rumi says, these pains you feel are messengers. Listen to them. Wow. Powerful words. You know, sometimes I know for me, when I walk through pain, I want to go through it as quickly as humanly, spiritually, physically possible, because I don't like it. I don't like it. But if we can look back at some of our pains and seeing that there was no other way that we would have been transformed, because we wouldn't elect to have that experience. It was put upon us, so we had to fit ourselves through it. This month, we take the opportunity to revisit our spiritual practices, using them as a launching pad for a further expression of our vision. Sometimes we are pushed forward by our pain. And at other times, we're pulled forward by our vision. And this is an opportunity to re-envision, to redefine, and to get clearer, to recommit and reconnect to what our vision truly is. So what's your vision? What do you choose to be, to do, and to have in your spiritual human experience? Let's take a little time today and explore this more deeply. How living through our challenges can transform our victim consciousness into victory, into vision, into transformation, and into divine right action. You know, it's the love that brings us through. If we just stayed in the pain, we would dissolve back into the nothingness from which it came, but we're not. We keep reaching for better feelings constantly. We're always reaching for better feelings. It's when we get caught in a loop of challenge that we get stuck in the pain. Now, sometimes it feels like lifetimes if you believe in that sort of thing, but there's always an ending to it. And it's usually when I decide to give it up. You know, being in challenge can sometimes block our inner flow. It definitely does. While pain may push us forward, it is our vision that pulls us through it into the love. So we need to release the pain, get the message that it's delivering, but don't get stuck in the pain. Look for the love. Life is constantly evolving us towards a greater expression of love all the time. Suppose we embrace that pain as the invitation to higher consciousness, a deeper love, and the opportunity to be more resolute to faith in action. It's all a prayer request. This whole life is one big prayer request. And when we can start living in the demonstration, our demonstration becomes us. You know, some of the principles of science of mind say that we believe in the incarnation of the spirit in humankind, and that all people are incarnations of that one power, of that one spirit. We believe the ultimate goal of life is to be a complete emancipation from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. We believe in the unity of all life, and that the highest God and the innermost God is the one God. There's only one of us here. So let's dive just a little deeper into this end of the spiritual deep end of our swimming pool. First, we strive to evolve. We're constantly wanting to grow into greater levels of understanding and expression. This is what gets us up in the morning. We want to figure stuff out. We are here to recognize and act from the truth that scarcity is not the truth. It is just being hidden from us, knowing something more. We are now consciously creating intentional organizations, institutions, and community that practice, that collectively demonstrate and celebrate that this is an abundant universe. Secondly, when we declare the boundlessness of the infinite, we acknowledge our interconnectedness to our oneness. We are it. Or as Holmes said, what you're looking for, you're looking with. Our oneness and our social and moral responsibility is to honor that infinite presence within each person, no matter what they may believe. That's on them. They get to choose that. That's the freedom of being one with all that is. You get to make it up as you see fit. It is vitally important to provide a safe space for the peaceful expression of experience of every member of every group of society, and to create life-affirming institutions and organizations that harm no one. See, we commit to honor the magnificent diversity in each and every one of us, all humanity, recognizing that every racial or cultural or gender ethnicity brings an energetic and an intelligence that is essential for the creative, life-affirming evolution of humanity. See, the things that challenge us, we need to stretch us into new places, new realms of understanding. Without part of the challenge in it bothering us in some way, we wouldn't get out and question what it was all about. But it is in the discomfort, in the pain, that catapults us forward into the fourth dimension, because we're uncomfortable when things are not going well. Thirdly, we are here to actualize and expand the vision of the founders of New Thought and ancient wisdom. You know, Dr. Holmes said that this teaching is open at the top. You know, he wants us to expand on his teaching. His teaching is just the beginning, is a launching pad for us to have greater expression by our very presence on the planet right now. You may know it or not, that you signed up to be here doing this right now. You volunteered to be doing this work. When the question was asked, you raised your hand and said, I'll go in, send me in. I want this experience. No matter how challenging it may be, there is great power in a collective transformative experience. And in the last year and a half, no one was excluded. All of us got to fit through the eye of the needle at the same time. How's it feel? It's a little uncomfortable, isn't it? So let's break through. Through our spiritual practices, especially through the practice of visioning, we are all being pulled directly into the very heart of love. This is what's truly going on. The sooner we can get to the love, the sooner the challenge, the pain goes away. That's how it works. If energy flows where our attention goes, and our attention is on what's not working, if we're pointing at what's not working, we're holding it in place. It is essential to moving us forward. Just don't get stuck there. Lo, I shall walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I shall fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Your rod and your staff is your knowledge and your word. Don't build a condo or pitch a tent in the middle of your challenge. Keep walking briskly. Don't take pictures. Don't buy the t-shirt. So in conclusion, while pain may push us forward, it is our vision that pulls us forward into greater expressions of love. This is from the beginning of the Science of Mind textbook on page 36 and 37, where Dr. Holmes says, in our ignorance of the truth, we have misused the highest power we possess. And so great is this power, so complete is our freedom in it, so absolute the domain of the law of thought through it, that the misuse of this power has been brought upon us the very condition from which we suffer. Wow. So we have the power to move ourselves through it. So let us be pushed by our pain into our next greatest yet to be. Let us be pulled by love into greater and greater expressions of the divine, because that is why we are truly here. And so it is. Amen. Well, it's time for our offertory this morning. So I encourage you to put your hand on your heart, and this will symbolize your giving as we recite our offertory idea about sharing today, which says, I share the abundance of love in my life with everyone. Once again, I share the abundance of love in my life with everyone. Now let's say a little prayer for what we're offering today. And again, I want to thank everyone for continuing to keep this ministry, your ministry, alive during this time as we come back together. From the love of pure spiritual energy, these tithes and gifts have been collected. They are evidence of our faith, our belief, and our ability to manifest in this world of form. They do great work in the world and allow this center, the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living, to be open, available for those that don't even know that they're looking for us. We are here. We are holding the consciousness, and build it, and they will come. And here we are, and so it is. So it is.